His name was Geralt of Rivia. He was a witcher, a professional monster slayer. An unusual contract to lift the curse that held a monarch's daughter. It was enough to spend the night with the princess, dusk till dawn. If only she were not a deadly beast, a striga. The traitor responsible for the curse became the bait. Though gravely wounded, the Witcher lifted the curse and gained fame. The world changed with the coming of the Great War, the time of the sword and axe, the time of disdain. Geralt of Rivia disappeared, all but forgotten. But that's another story.
And thank you for that marvelous introduction, CD Projekt Red. Now, my name is a.w.t.y, and welcome to my playthrough of The Witcher. This game I actually played back when it first came out, and I was blown away by how drawn I was into the universe and the story, being an actual monster hunter, monster slayer, I should say, a Witcher. Now, because I've played this game before, I will treat this Let's Play series a little bit like a walkthrough. I'm going to try and show you guys everything, give you tips on gameplay, but it's been a long time. It's been many years since I've played. I'm hoping that it all kind of comes flooding back to me. I have even gone so far as to turn off tutorials, since they could be a bit of a distraction and a little bit of immersion breaking. So I'm just going to hope that the controls come back to me as I go along. We'll see how that goes. But also the volume I'll probably have to play with a bit in the earlier episodes. And I'm also very eager to see how this looks. This is going to be the Enhanced Edition. Now, as I understand it, there's been a number of changes made, like adding character models, fixing the loading screens. Oh, let me tell you, when back in the day, the loading screens of this game will test the patience of even the most veteran of gamers. My goodness. But I can't wait to see how fast the loading screens are in the Enhanced Edition Director's Cut DLC that we are going to get into. Alright, so let's go to new game. I have no loaded games because this is the Enhanced Edition. And let's see. Now, this is the actual main game, and it seems that there's actually these, like, scenarios that you can play. Kind of like a small section of game that you can go into. I've never checked any of these out. I might do something with this, play through these maybe after the main adventure, but I think for now, of course, we're just going to go with the main game. Now, I am one of those people who, even though I'm not terribly amazing at any games in general, I'm not very skillful as a gamer, I'm more about the role-playing and getting into the story than anything else. I still like to always play on hard, because for me, this adds to the immersion, makes it more realistic. Life is hard, and so I think our games should be as well. For advanced gamers, combat is difficult, alchemy is required to survive, and he's got this cool-looking armor on here. Now let's see, how do I want to play here? Mouse preferred, featuring an easily controlled, smart asymmetric camera. Recommended for casual gamers. Casual? I actually probably am kind of a casual, but I think I like this better. Dynamic OTS camera. Recommended for experienced gamers. Let's do that. That is pretty darn fast.
The northern kingdoms nursed their wounds for 5 years after the Great War. Plague and famine raged, the death toll unknown. A few surviving elven and dwarven units sought refuge amidst forests, where they prepared for a final, desperate fight. Abominable beasts ruled backwoods, highways, and former battlefields alike. In cities and villages, folk were left wondering what had happened to the Witchers. The Blue Mountains in the north of Kedwin. The year 1270, 5 years after the Great War.
And so our story begins.
Where am I? Everything's all right. I've no idea where you've been. The important thing is you're alive and among friends. Though you look like you just left your grave.
I did not know the dialogue was coming up then. Now, the main character, Geralt, he is actually a famous Witcher. However, as you shall soon see,
We'll speak soon enough. We're nearing Kaer Morhen.
we have amnesia. And why? We may find out soon.
We're home. Leo, get Triss.
Your time nears its end, witches. Enjoy things while you can.
Of course, trouble starts immediately.
Wrong! You missed the parry! I keep repeating this. Pirouette always followed by a back cross parry. Always!
Barely 2 days have passed since they found you.
I owe my recovery to you. Thank you, Triss.
Remember anything?
Not much. Look below. I know the moves. Pirouette, parry, cut. I can't explain it, but I feel a bond when we speak. I know you were important.
Geralt, we go.
Always listen to the birds.
I need to think.
Time flows slowly at Kaer Morhen.
Ha! It worked! Not bad. Take a rest. What do you think, Geralt? Is he ready for the path?
Wait for the rest. He's alone. The Professor promised 50 orens for every freak we kill.
He's mine!
Vesemir, we got company.
I'm shutting the gate. Geralt, grab a sword off the training forms.
And then they just throw you right into it. Yeah. Yeah, there's... The tutorial in this game is just grab a sword and let's go. You, come here. Now, when it slows down a bit, I'll talk more about the combat. It's very different from a lot of games, many other games that I played. So hang on. Let's just get through the... Oh, I just did a front flip. What? Oh, okay. So the tutorial messages aren't popping up like they normally would, but they're going into my journal that I can read them later. Hey.
Run when you had the chance.
You just pissed off a sorceress.
Oof.
How do you feel?
Pretty good.
Fine.
Anyone know who the intruders are?
Ordinary bandits would never attack Kaer Morhen.
That we know, Marigold. You could try some of your famous magic.
In due time, Lambert.
Enough! We need to check the other possible passages to the upper courtyard.
Okay, so, hang on one second here. Now, normally, just to let you know, the way that the game works is, as things come up, tutorial messages are going to pop up and tell you how the game is played. I've taken those off, but that is how it does its tutorial for the most part. It'll pause the game, it will show you the tutorial messages. I'm just kind of taking a look and see if there's anything that I want to mess with here. Nah, I guess that's fine. Okay. Now, the combat. A lot of it is done very much like with D&D by a roll of the dice. Your stats will determine how well you block or parry, I should say. And then there's your defenses and whatnot. Alright, let's go. Oh, sorry, I just pushed him out of the way. That was so rude. He just got pushed too. Oh my gosh. Triss, out of my way, baby. I know we're close, apparently. I mean, I'm not really sure, because I have amnesia. I should get more opportunities to talk about the combat soon.
They're trying to break down the gate!
They won't get anywhere without a battering ram.
Or...
What is that? A frightener. One mean beast.
an organic battering ram.
Savola. I know him. A mage as ambitious as he is insane.
They're coming up here. Get ready.
There's more! They're entering the upper courtyard!
The one in glasses is the professor. Murder for hire. I sense magic. There's a sorcerer among them.
Maybe that guy?
Professor, you know the way. Get to it.
The professor is wanted in Redania, Temeria, and Kedwin. A real maggot. I don't recognize the sorcerer.
Marigold, I'm interested in whether you can disarm Savola. The rest is witch's work.
I'll try.
They're coming.
The Frightener is very dangerous, but it's vulnerable to loud noises.
The bell's in the upper courtyard.
Exactly. Eskel, Lambert, you'll help me stop the Frightener and the bandits. Leo, stay behind us. Geralt, you open the gate to the upper courtyard. When we're there, Triss can stop Savola and his pet while we prepare to deal with the Professor and the unknown mage.
I'll figure something out.
Let's do this. Bleed them a bit down here before withdrawing. Geralt, follow the wall and break through to the tower where there's a passage to the upper courtyard.
Alone?
They're just bandits, though one might be infamous. You must open the gate. We'll be waiting. Good luck, Wolf.
Infamous is in one might get lucky and kill me, and then they will be infamous for having killed the famous Geralt of Rivia. Oh, how do I take out my sword? There we go. Now, as far as combat goes, let me pause here. I can actually pause with the spacebar. The way that combat works is you select an enemy in order to start chaining your combo. And when you'll see my sword fly through the air, it'll have a blue trail to it. Once it hits an orange trail, you're supposed to then click again. Now, in easier difficulties, you actually have your sword icon get a flame around it. I think, though, that is removed for the hard difficulty. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, though, for sure, because I've never played the easier difficulties, but I've seen a Let's Play of somebody, and they had that flame icon, and I usually don't. But maybe that's just something that they took out for the enhanced editions or something. We'll find out. Now, if you just time your attacks appropriately, you will chain your combos without interruption and be able to fight more effectively. And so a lot of people actually are kind of put off by this way of fighting because it's pretty passive. It's not very action-oriented. And look, I've stunned him. Oh, and now we can get like a very cinematic kill. That is great. Look at that. Now, the combat starts off very simple, but can get a lot more intricate later on as we unlock more abilities for our Witcher. For now, though, it's just time your clicks, position yourself well. There is a way to kind of like move about the battlefield, as I'll show you. See, I can kind of double tap my movement, my movement keys in order to move about the battlefield a little bit here. Like jumps and flips, stuff like that. All right, let's fight.
Mess with me and die.
Let's move over here. Oh! Looks like this guy hit me from behind. And look, you can even combo from one enemy to the other. And we got a stun. Yes. We are currently using the strong style. Increased damage inflicted on opponents. So there are different sword styles. Right now we only have one unlocked, but one of the aspects of this sword style is that you can sometimes stun your opponents. I just want to see if there's anything for me to pick up. I don't think there's any way to go up there. Let's just see what we have here.
I'll make you scream.
And he's stunned. Yes! His head comes clean off. That is great. Anything around here? No. Alright, guys. Let's dance. They're just dazzled. They have no idea what to do with me. Oh! Slice the tendons. And then slice the neck. You're next. Ow! How dare you strike an opponent in his back?
Mess with me and die.
Sleep tight. That's what you guys get for messing with the Witchers. Nothing over here? Okay. But yeah, you can hold Alt in order to highlight items that you can interact with, including enemies. That's what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, time for the fast style. Better for agile opponents. I think has an increased chance of causing like pain or something like that. There we go. Now, we have two different styles here. The fast style and the strong style. One of the things that can often happen in this game is if you use the fast style on an opponent where different opponents have different styles that work well on them. For instance, this guy is best attacked with the strong style. If you try using the fast style on him, he will block you very effectively. That's why we use the strong one. A fast opponent in which you use the slow attacks of the strong style will avoid your attacks very easily. And so a huge part of the combat in this game is learning your opponent's weaknesses, building a catalog of different enemies, and then adjusting your tactics during combat to suit who you're fighting. It really is like a full-on RPG. Build your character, select your tactics. It's not really like reactionary, so those people who are like me, where I just don't have good gaming reflexes at all. I'm terrible at like first-person shooters and MOBAs and whatnot. I just don't have that kind of tactical reflex that a lot of pro gamers need to do their thing. That is a lot of enemies. Hopefully we won't have to fight them. We can run faster, I think, with my sword away. Oh, the music is so fantastic. See you later.
No way through here. Follow me. Back to Savola.
Okay. We ended up facing that way to start with. Hello? Get my sword out here. Now, I am actually using hotkeys, because I remembered the hotkeys for, well, I figured them out. I did a test to test the video quality and stuff, and I figured out the hotkeys. But you can always press spacebar to pause the game and select your sword or select your fighting style. You can also hold shift in order to move the mouse without moving the camera, allowing you to select different things here. Alright, let's see what we have. Oh, we can have a barrel we can interact with. Oh, but there are enemies here. Now, as you can see there, clicking on an enemy will automatically draw the sword that is appropriate for that enemy, as long as it's within your knowledge base. I'm getting ahead of myself here, because we only have one weapon. But later on, we'll have more. Oh, nice parry. The parries happen automatically, and depend on your character stats. Then do a nice little roll here. I want to finish this guy off. Ooh, pirouette. Fantastic. Very fancy. Whoop. He got a hit on me.
Mess with me and die.
Good, we got the stun. We can finish off with the kill. Okay, before I carry on, I actually would like to see what is in this barrel over here. We got some flint. Where did you come from? There we go. Gotta use the fast style on these little agile opponents. You can often tell just by looking at an enemy what style you should probably use. They kind of make it not too difficult to discern. Now, I'm gonna go check over here. There might be another barrel that I can loot. No, doesn't look like it. Anything over here? Nope. Okay. Let me get somewhere where I'm not going to be fighting them all at once. Oh, not good. Let's dodge. Get out of there. Whew. I'm going to switch to the other side of these guys here. I do have one behind me. Nice dodge, I say to myself. I feel like I'm speaking to Geralt, though. I mean, he's doing most of the work. I'm just timing my clicks, positioning the character, but Geralt is doing the work here. Okay, now, this actually is a good opportunity to take a look at our journal. I can press J to look at the journal, and here we have all of these different tutorials, which I'm gonna kind of go through myself in a more expedited version. But if we look at our quests here, we can see actually all the different phases of this quest, defending Kaer Morhen. We started off here. I must remove the sword from the training form. And we helped the Witchers kill the bandits. The other Witchers and I managed to kill the bandits. Though I lost my memory, I'm certain of one thing. The bandits were after me and my friends. I should follow Vesemir, the oldest and wisest of us all. The bandits have closed the gate to the upper courtyard. We are cut off from the keep. I need to lift the gate. Vesemir suggested that I follow the fortress walls to the tower. And now we are here. I disposed of the bandits guarding the gate. Now I need to open it. So it gives you this nice little walkthrough of the story so far, what your next quest is. I did this so I could see the past phases, which I had skipped over, but now we'll just read them as they get updated. And then here we can interact with this winch. Oh, here comes the Frightener. Guys, come on, get in the gate. We need to close it.
Damn it, Geralt. It's a miracle you're alive.
You could have told me about the stairs.
Lambert and Eskel were supposed to fix them yesterday.
We're not masons.
No matter. The professor and the other mage must be hiding in the keep.
Face the truth, Witchers. They're here to rob you.
Triss, child, we have nothing of value. Some good steel snow fox pelts?
I mean the laboratory and you know it. Someone wants your famed mutagens.
You're jumping to conclusions.
Triss may be right. We need to find out what they want.
One thing at a time. We shouldn't turn our backs on a strong mage leading a Frightener.
And you can't let the bandits in the lab.
Right as usual, Triss. Geralt, you've dealt with mages. Find out what this one wants. Leo will guide you.
Just reconnaissance, or...?
No one will be sorry if some of them lose their heads. You'll manage, Wolf. Just remember Leo's with you.
I can handle this. We'll see what's happening inside, and be back.
Take these potions just in case. Drink the Thunderbolt now and keep Swallow for when you need healing. I'll be able to tell you how they work. We'll make sure no one else gets inside. Triss, stay with us in case Savola has any new ideas.
Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Hang on.
So what do these potions do?
Thunderbolt is a combat potion. Your body will tense up. Adrenaline will course.
Any side effects?
Makes it tough to focus on defense. And a hangover. Swallow is a healing potion.
Thanks.
Thanks for giving us the rundown, Vesemir. Now, really quick. Let's go back into quests. We're safe for now. Vesemir told me to drink the potion he gave me and check the fortress interior. We actually now have access to our inventory. This for the first time. Now, we do have a potion and bomb quick slot. He gave us a swallow potion and a thunderbolt potion. I believe if I go into journal and then check under... Wow, we have a bunch of stuff to catch up on. I think I'll take time at the end of the episode to read through some of this. But if we check in formulas, we now have 2 new potion formulas. Alchemy is an aspect of the game that is really big for Witchers. Witchers basically have a 3-pronged approach to combat. We have the sword, we have a simple form of magic called signs, which we'll get to, and we have alchemy. And Witchers actually are a bit more than human. We have been altered through mutations. And that is actually why we are even able to use these alchemical potions, which would act as a deadly poison for the normal human. Now, Swallow accelerates the regeneration of vitality. This potion is made from ingredients providing 1 measure. Okay, so that just tells us how to make it. There's no bird more beautiful than the swallow, the harbinger of spring. Even the dark mages who developed the formula for Witcher's potions appreciated the charm of this bird, lending its name to the potion that accelerates regeneration of a mutated organism. A bit like, Wolverine from X-Men. That's how fast you'll regenerate. Thunderbolt greatly increases damage inflicted on opponents, but makes dodging and parrying impossible. This is interesting. Reduces our reflexes, but increases the strength of our blows. Witchers take this potion before fighting strong, heavily armored opponents. Imbibing Thunderbolt causes Witchers to enter into a battle trance. While in this state, Witchers attack more efficiently and cause greater damage, while at the same time neglecting their own defense and becoming an easier target. Okay, so it's more like a trance. It doesn't necessarily reduce our reflexes, but it reduces our ability to even care or discern or care about dodging attacks. Let's see if anyone else has anything to say. Sorry to push you. Lambert. Lambert?
Get it done quickly and you may be back in time for the Frightener.
Will do. What did Vesemir mean about me and sorcerers?
You killed a few in your time. Sorceresses are a separate matter. You have a weakness for them, and it's mutual. Marigold cried when she told us of your disappearance. She's not all bad, though too smart for her own good sometimes. We'll talk when things calm down. Drink your Thunderbolt potion and explore the keep.
Got a weakness for sorcerers, eh? So, of course, from here we can maybe discern that Triss and I had a romantic relationship.
Beware of the Professor. I've heard he's a professional. Ended 17 lives.
That's not that many.
All right.
Sorry. I know you fought bandits and mages before. Remember your potions.
He's like trying to be helpful, but he's not really sure what to say. He's like, oh, remember your potions. Come on now.
What should I expect from the mage?
Hard to say. I know neither him nor his specialty, and I don't like the situation.
Meaning?
Someone powerful, capably disguised helped Savola. Without that, I would have conquered his defenses in the lower courtyard.
Could it have been the mage we saw?
Unlikely. Geralt, please don't challenge him.
We'll see.
Okay. And I definitely am not missing anything over here, am I? I could have sworn that there were two different barrels that you could loot down here, but I must have been wrong. Okay.
Ready, Geralt?
Mm-hmm. Is this your first real fight?
No, but I've never killed a man.
Stay close.
Now, this might be a good time, actually, to take a look at characters. Here are the Witchers in the bunch. Geralt will learn more about later, but Vesemir, the leader. Vesemir is the oldest and most experienced Witcher, possibly older than Kaer Morhen itself. He spends each winter in the fortress and sets off on the road when spring comes, just like all the others. Despite his age, Vesemir is robust and lively. Many youngsters could envy him his health. An excellent fencer, he was the one who taught me swordsmanship. Now, the Witchers actually winter places. It's very interesting, almost like like vampires or something coming in to hibernate during the day. During the winter seasons when it's difficult to travel, that noise is bugging me. Let's go inside before we read the rest of these.
Geralt, wait!
What?
Bandits inside. Drink the Thunderbolt potion.
Oh, do I have
Vesemir
to?
gave you.
Alright, fine. Fine. Let's drink it. We can go in here and right-click to use the potion. Ooh. Alright. Let's go inside. The loading times are amazing!
I've heard all of Dandelion's ballads about you. Lambert tells me I'll never be as fast as a real Witcher. But I managed to hit him during training today.
You beat Lambert?
Yeah, we were fencing on the floor pegs when that strange storm came. Lambert looked away, I did a pirouette, hit him right in the gut. He didn't fall, and then he beat me.
A lucky shot, I'd
You'll
call
make
that.
a good swordsman yet.
I know. Every time Lambert beats me, he says I have potential.
To be fair, observation is very important for a swordsman, but let's talk about Leo next. Leo is the youngest of Kaer Morhen's residents. He's not a full Witcher, though he has completed his training. He was not subjected to mutation. Leo comes across as a hot-headed whelp, but is also kind-hearted and good. It appears that Leo is somewhat fascinated with me. He has heard the ballads about the White Wolf, the name for Geralt here, and now holds me in high regard. And as I was saying before, the Witchers, they travel by horse, and because during the winter time it's difficult to travel, they actually winter and come to... This is one of the different schools of Witchers, one of the fortresses where they go to hang out for the winter, train, rest, and then set out again as soon as spring hits to continue their monster hunting. Now then, we also have Lambert. This is the guy I think he was training with. The young Witcher I met at Kaer Morhen. Sure, he has a biting tongue, he's rude, especially to Triss Merigold, who he addresses by her last name, which I assume she does not like. Eskel, the calm and reasonable witcher from Kaer Morhen, is my peer. Wonder how he got that disfiguring scar. Peer is in there about the same age. Believe it or not. We'll talk more. You will find out more about why Geralt has white hair later. It's not because he's old. Now then, the Professor. One of the leaders of the Salamandra attack on Kaer Morhen was a man called the Professor, who seemed to be a cunning assassin. The other leader was a mage. Interesting, it gives you information about Salamandra already. We don't actually know yet that they're from Salamandra. But yes, this is one of the villains. We'll read the rest of these later. Nothing to interact with here. Alright, there we go. Oh, I clicked too fast. I interrupted my combo there.
I'll make you squeal.
Let's get him, Leo. He's using the fast style. Leo, use the strong style. Come on now. Oh. Let me go to the other side of this guy. There we go. One for me, one for you, Leo. The youngest and most novice witcher. Okay. Nothing to loot from their corpses? No, it seems not. Nowhere to go over there. Nothing over here. And now, we have the group style. This is specifically good against multiple opponents. However, it tends to only be good against multiple weak opponents. Against multiple strong opponents, they can evade or block your attacks a little bit too easily. Now, let's get in there and try it. Here's a bunch of little weaklings here. Specifically, you can see I'm whirling my sword all around to be able to hit multiple opponents at once. Overall, a weaker style, but necessary when you're surrounded. Fantastic. Is that it? It seems so. Ah, so we do have remains over here. Those other guys didn't drop any remains, did they? I feel like I have to check. Hang on. No, they definitely didn't. Okay, that's fine. Now, over here on the left side of the screen, you can see all of your effects. This will also include negative status effects, but right now we have Thunderbolt going on. Notice that it says time left 7 hours and 31 minutes. They have taken great strides to make this game feel very realistic. It has a day and night cycle. While the time in game does move faster than time in real life, it has a correlation that is very realistic. A potion lasting 7 hours and 31 minutes makes sense. In game time, that's going to come out to a lot less time, of course, than in real life. Alright, let's see what we have. Some orans. Okay, I have to stop that game. Hang on a second. What seems to be happening is I'm getting, like, my computer's making noises when I'm pressing the Alt key. Let me see if I can change that here. If I go into the volume mixer and turn off system sounds. There we go. Alright, sorry about that. Hopefully that should fix the problem. Yeah, it did. And a barrel to open here. Do we have anything in here? No. Now, if we look at our inventory, we actually have some alcohol. You can drink and actually get intoxicated in this game, and it has a number of different reasons why you would want to be intoxicated or why you wouldn't want to be intoxicated. It comes up often in the game. We'll talk more about it later. Flint used to light fires. And actually, I'm going to put my swallow potion in my quick select slot. That way I can actually access it from here. I think there's even a hotkey for it. No, left click to use. There might be, but I don't remember it. Alright, Leo, I'm ready. Oh.
These stairs lead to the lab.
Follow me.
The energy you annexed from the Circle of Elements is enough to stop the Witchers?
You trembled, yet you complained Savola would have them all, leaving none for you. Did the sight of a single Witcher, White Wolf himself, instill fear?
The aforementioned, considered dead I might add, is a known killer. I'll gladly challenge
Speak of the
Leo,
devil.
Stand back. Come on, Professor.
Time is essential. I wield the power of the Circle of Elements. They are no threat.
Ah, darn mages.
Back to work. I want the mutagens ready for teleportation in 15 minutes. Our witches shan't trouble us.
Give me monsters any day. Mages are aggravating.
We're cut off. The stairs are blocked.
The magic barrier looks solid. We need Triss.
They're robbing us. Geralt, clear the passage upstairs. Use a sign.
A sign?
The Ard. I can't do it since I broke my fingers training along the gauntlet. Cast the Ard at the debris.
I don't remember the signs.
Let's go to the Circle of Elements, a source of the power. You need to try and learn the Ard.
All right.
And it is time to start to learn about the Witcher signs. Okay. Now, really quick, let's actually take a look at our locations. First of all, we are currently in Kaer Morhen. It's an inaccessible mountain stronghold, which has been the headquarters of the Witchers Guild for centuries. The name comes from the language of the elves. The original Kaer Morhen, forget it. Translates into Old Sea Fortress. Oh, the castle's time of greatness has passed. The battlements and moat have deteriorated, and a cold wind blows through the spacious halls. Currently, only a handful of Witchers live here, but once many young boys underwent gruesome training along the infamous Gauntlet near Kaer Morhen. The fortress is almost all but abandoned. We're gonna have to see if we can find out later why. And then this is the laboratory where we are currently getting our secrets stolen. The famous Witcher laboratory holds the most closely guarded secrets of the cast. Mutagenic plants, hallucinogenic mushrooms, hello, natural stimulants, and potion ingredients. It is here that young apprentices were subjected to the incredibly painful trial of the grasses, which only a few survived, gaining superhuman abilities in return. Please don't try this at home. Magic mushrooms will not give you superpowers. Now then. Okay, some more flint. I'll take it. I recommend that, at least in the beginning of the game, that you actually pick up everything that you can. There really is no reason not to. I think I actually left something back here. There might have been, like, another thing to loot on one of these sides. No, there isn't. Just making sure. I'm honestly one of those gamers. I'm going to read everything. I'm going to pick everything up. I can't help it. I think exploring the game world to its fullest is just the most enjoyable. It's the most I can enjoy the game to me. Now then. A circle of elements. These are connected with the Witcher signs. They will either give you a bonus to your signs, or finding new ones will even unlock new signs, as we are about to see. Let's first loot the room. A whetstone. This is a temporary upgrade to your weapon. We should have at least one more chest around here somewhere. Maybe on this side? Or not. That's fine. Like I said, it's been a while. Could have sworn there were two in here.
Success?
We'll see in a minute.
I knew it would work.
Let's get back.
He said we'll see in a minute.
Kill the Frightener himself.
Yeah, we don't want to have him get all the credit. Now then, again, we're not going to go through tutorials. I just like to click them to get rid of that thing. But as far as the quests go, I learned a sign called the Ard. This is the first of the Witcher signs. They are very simple magics that are easily used in combat because you can cast them very quickly. If I take out my sword, and then when your sword is out, you can only cast them when your sword is out, or in special situations like in cutscenes or quick-time events, you right-click to cast it. The Ard is basically a force, like a force push straight from Star Wars. Now, they are all associated with an element. Magic in general in the Witcher universe is associated with different elements. but the Witcher signs specifically are able to be cast quickly using a hand sign only, which is why they use them. Okay, and here we are. Let's see if we can art our way through this big pile of rubble. Success. Oh, straight to the cutscene. And there's a save.
What did you learn?
The bandits are in the lab, searching for something. The mage used the circle of elements to create a magic barrier.
The plague. You're all children. Why didn't you mention the circle?
Triss, child. It didn't seem important.
If the mage aligned with the circle, he can create a stable portal through which he'll travel to anywhere on the continent, taking your equipment with him.
All right, we made a mistake, but you said the mage was harmless.
I said I didn't know him. I
Yep,
think we should
that's
protect
right.
the lab above all.
Don't panic, Marigold. We know you'd like to see our witch's secrets.
Vesemir, if that idiot doesn't shut it, I'll...
Enough! Lambert, stop baiting Triss. Show her some respect. Triss, if we go to the lab, they'll have us surrounded. We know tactics.
Maybe we should
We
split
know
up.
tactics.
Geralt's right. We need to protect the lab and kill the Frightener. Who goes where?
Only I can break the barrier. I'm going inside.
Vesemir?
I'll stay and handle the Frightener and Savola. What about you, Geralt? We may both need your help.
Now, here you have the first choice. This game will drive completionists insane, because it is impossible to do and get everything because of these diverging quest lines and paths. The choices that you make in this game can have consequences and effects way later in the game, like unbelievably later in the game. Stuff can really come to bite you in the butt, or just affect the way a quest line plays out, and it's like there's really no telling what's going to happen, so you just do the best. Now, I will tell you this, there's never any right answer. There's never really any, like, objectively best choice. In fact, even morally, many of the options that you have throughout the game, the choices are so even. Everything is in such a gray area, whether which one's right or which one's wrong, which one has a better reward or a worse reward, that no matter what you pick, you still kind of feel halfway that you made the right choice, and then half of you feels that you made a mistake. No matter what you do, you're going to feel like you made a mistake. It always works out that way. So just to prepare yourself, you know, that's the way the world is in The Witcher. You're not even sure if you're a good guy or a bad guy. You're really not. Now, I definitely feel that the lab is important. Also, the first time I played this game, I chose this one. I fought the Frightener because I thought that would be really cool. This time I'm going to go instead with the choice that makes sense to me from a role-playing aspect. I do feel that we need to go and protect the lab. I'm going to go with Triss.
The lab is important. I'm going with Triss.
Me too.
It's decided then. Eskel and Lambert will stay with me.
Savola just cast a spell. Something's happening.
Uh-oh.
The ground is shaking. Feel it?
They're breaking through.
Watch out!
Quickly, defend the laboratory.
All right, have fun, guys. We'll take care of the lab.
This could be a hard fight, Geralt. Take this potion. Witchers call it the Tawny Owl. It restores endurance. Very useful when fighting mages.
Thanks. Let's go.
Really quick. So, endurance is this yellow bar. I mean, you guys already know the red bar, which is our health, because it always is in video games. The yellow bar is our endurance or stamina. Now, this is not connected to physical combat, but is instead connected to your signs. See this little divot, this bar right here? That is the minimum required for me to cast the Ard sign. If my stamina falls below that, I can't cast it. I have to wait until it recharges above it. This green bar is my toxicity. Each potion has a toxicity level associated with it. Notice for Tawny Owl it says medium, for Thunderbolt it says high, which this is basically the limiter for the amount of potions that you can take before battle. And that's just really cool. Now, Tawny Owl significantly increases endurance regeneration, particularly valued by Witchers who often use signs in combat. Very sign heavy, use the Tawny Owl. In preparation for an all-night vigil at the side of a cursed man, or before a battle which is certain to be prolonged, a Witcher mixes a dose of Tawny Owl potion to boost his endurance. We actually should have one in our inventory now. Let's drink it. And now you can see our toxicity has gone up by a bit. Current 42, max 100. You cannot go all the way to 100, and you will have negative effects if this gets too high. We still have Thunderbolt going. As you can see, the last time I checked, it was in like 7 hours and 51 minutes. So 1 in-game hour has passed in like about maybe 20 minutes in real time. Okay. Let's do this. We have enemies.
You'll go no further, White One. I'll summon a powerful demon that will tear you apart.
A bluff. He's exhausted from teleportation. Magic light is about all he can muster.
Go. We'll deal with him and join you at the barrier.
Underestimating an opponent. Now the energy of my people will make me stronger.
The energy of his people, huh? Well, yeah, he has a shield, so we need to be killing these guys. Oh, he's hurting me. Shoot. You can actually see the energy being absorbed. Shoot, I'm burning. See this? Incineration. Continuous loss of vitality. Active dodging of opponent's attacks blocked. Whoa. Sign use blocked. Susceptibility to blinding. That is one bad status effect. Let's hope that that ends soon. Notice how bad my health is right now? We are going to need to take this. The Swallow Potion. Oh, there we go. And now, we can get in on this guy. We have 3 potion effects. My toxicity is fairly high. It's time for action here. Come on, Savola. Oh, shoot. He teleports. Come on. Alright. I might not be using the correct type of style. Let me try fast. Alright, he teleported again. Let's try fast style, because I seem to be missing him a lot. He was dodging me. Oh yeah. Fast style seems to work really well. I would have thought strong, but if one tactic doesn't work, try something different, that's for sure. Come on. Okay, maybe the Ard isn't actually very useful here. Because even though I'm knocking him down, I'm not able to attack him until he stands up. It could be good for interrupting his attacks, but not much else. Let's just get in there and fight. He's got a lot of health, but we regenerate very quickly. I thought maybe I could interrupt his teleport. I'll try that again next time. See, if I can keep him busy with my attacks, he's so focused on dodging that he doesn't get many out of himself. He hit me there. Oh! Oh my gosh, I can't cast signs because I'm incinerated. Oh, that's bad. Oh, jeez. What the heck was that? Let's hit him here. I could hit him when he's down. I don't know why it didn't work before, but it's working now. Okay. So Ard is good. Oh, shoot. Where are you? Come here. Oh, he interrupted my flow there of my combo. Nice. Oh, no. It didn't interrupt his teleportation. Okay. I think he might be bleeding there. This is a marathon. You know, I actually think that the Frightener battle might be easier than this. It's a bit gimmicky. Basically with the Frightener, you have to use the Ard to hit these cauldrons and make them ring out. So in order to create sound, that will then disable the Frightener so that you can go in and get some hits. Otherwise, if you just try to fight it normally, it will kill you pretty easily. So it's one of those fights where once you figure it out, it ends pretty quick, actually. But this is a marathon. Easy, but a marathon. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Just, oh, shoot. I missed. Where is he? In fact, before this ends, I wonder if we have in our journal anything about the Frightener. If we go to monsters, do we have any info yet? No, we don't. See, maybe that's what I'm missing out on by not doing that fight, is I don't get the journal entry for the Frightener. Yeah. We'll see. We shall see. Hey. Okay.
Nobody messes with Salamander. Nobody!
There you are. We're almost there. Oh, come on now. Alright, where are you gonna show up? Bring it on. Look at Leo, poor Leo. There's a force field around me, by the way. That's why he can't come and help me. We're so close. Oh, oh! Oh, come on now. This is it. Finish him off. So close. This is it. Come on. Oh, no, he burned me. Right at the end. He's hanging on by a thread. Kill him. Yes. Oh. Let me loot his body before... Darn it.
Are you hurt? Did he get you?
Nah. But
I
if
hope I
those
still
were
get to
magic
loot the
lights,
body.
I'd hate to face a truly powerful sorcerer.
I wanted to help, but I couldn't break through that strange circle.
Savola's eating dirt. That's what matters.
We need to help Triss.
Let's go.
Please let me loot. Oh, yes, he lets me loot. What do we get here? Orange, a silver ruby ring. Oh, a sapphire, huh? Okay. Anything else? No, that's it. I wonder what the loot... I don't remember what the loot was from the Frightener, but... Ew, there's like a dead rat on the ground with its guts hanging out. But that's one of the things. It's like... every time I make a decision in this game, I instantly regret it. And I can't help it. If I had picked the Frightener, I would still be regretting that too. This sapphire could be worth something. This we can use to make bombs. That could be sold for money, but isn't really much use otherwise. Yeah, see... Now I wish I had picked the Frightener. But it's okay. Let it go, a.w.t.y. It's fine. It's how this game works. Alright, we need to go down to the lab, which we remember was over here. Triss!
They're ransacking the laboratory. The other mage is... I underestimated him. Hurry.
Okay. Anything to loot? Nope. Let's go down. There's always time to loot. Rule number 1. Always time.
I found it. We have what we came for. Professor, deal with those witches.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I don't really want to. That's the circle of elements right there. But what is in the box?
I hear witches can parry bolts in flight.
Leo, stop!
Leo.
What happened?
Smashed ribs, punctured lung. He's dying.
He needs White Rafford's decoction. Hang on, Leo. It was here. I can't find it.
Vesemir. Leo is dead.
How did this happen?
He attacked the professor. I was late.
It's not your fault, Geralt. We're all to blame. Triss barely made it fighting for us. These are bad times for Witchers, and something tells me they'll only get worse.
Is it safe up top?
Relatively. Some stragglers up there, but we'll deal with them later. You look tired. I'd like you to rest. I'll keep watch and tend to Leo's body.
All right. Before we do
I'll
that,
find you later.
Let's take a look in our journal and see if there's anything else. Now, if we go into quests, Leo perished at the hand of the professor, the bandit's leader. I need to rest and then explore the fortress. Now, what about characters? We do have something added to Vesemir. Even these entries, the main entries, could get things added to them as the game goes on. He has raised many Witchers, including me. His disciples treat him like a father. Leo was probably the old Witcher's last protege. The boy's death shocked him. Oh, Triss Marigold. So this is the mage who was once our lover, perhaps. Along with me and the other Witchers, Triss fought in the defense of Kaer Morhen. The sorceress stood against the mysterious mage, one of the leaders of the assault. She was injured and lost consciousness. Ironically, Triss is allergic to magic, and she can only be administered natural healing potions. That is very ironic, being a mage but also allergic to magic. Now here we have the mysterious mage, the one who stole the Circle of Elements and our mutagens. The mage attacked Kaer Morhen in order to steal the Witcher's secrets hidden in the fortress. One of the leaders of the forces that attacked Kaer Morhen was a mage so powerful that even Triss Marigold could not oppose him. The organization that he leads uses the symbol of the salamander. And then we have Leo. It appears that Leo is somewhat... Yeah, we read that. Leo was killed by the professor, one of the leaders of the assault on Kaer Morhen. The boy was too hasty and inexperienced. I wasn't able to help him, even though I was right beside him. Dead already. So these are the main ingredients required for alchemy. All of the things that you can find out into the world that you can pick for alchemy will have ingredient components, these base ingredient components: ether, hydrogenum, quiberth, rebis. Special ingredient means something that is not one of these other categories, usually pertaining to a special type of monster part required for the making of the potions: vermilion and vitriol. So you need to basically make different combinations of these basic ingredients from whatever you find, whatever herbs you find in the world, in order to create potions. Locations. Anything updated here? Anything updated monsters? Nope. Formulas? No. Okay. So let me just really quick loot this area, and then we will talk to Vesemir and rest. Oh, 3 swallow potions. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and stick those in the quick slot.
All that's missing is a mage who'd know how to use this.
Yeah, you mean the, Does he have something to say about everything here? Hang on.
They once laid me down here.
Oh, wow. Wait, let's get a closer look at that. What could they possibly be doing with this? I wonder if, you know, when they apply the mutagens, if they have to actually surgically infuse or do certain things to people. Why is there a dwarf or a childlike skeleton here? Perhaps someone who didn't survive the earliest phases of becoming a Witcher. Oh, and there's Leo. Bled out on the floor. Let's go ahead and
avenge you, Leo.
Let's go ahead and rest.
Yes?
New talents acquired. Okay, so now we're in the meditation menu. Now, when you're in this menu, you are able to actually develop your character. This is the way that you can actually customize your version of Geralt, the Witcher. by specializing in swords or in your signs, respectively, in specific types of signs. You have your main attributes here, and it's pretty cool. They do not, by the way, just so you know ahead of time, they do not give you enough talents in order to get every single skill in the game. It's not possible. There is a maximum level where you stop. You can still level up, but you won't get any more talents. Depending on what level you are, see how it says a novitiate witcher? Depending on this level here, you get a certain number of bronze, silver, or gold talents, which can only be spent on bronze, silver, or gold skills, respectively. Now, I'm actually going to hold off on developing my character just for now, just to see where we get a little bit. Anything new in the journal? No. So, this is where I'm actually going to be taking a little bit of a break before we continue on. I think I'll probably structure the sessions around meditating. Like, I'm ending the day in the game. I'll also be ending each episode or whatnot when we meditate. So I will see you guys in a little bit.